Nigeria is indeed a very interesting country because in northern Nigeria, in Kano State, the Shiite Islamic movement of Nigeria are protesting against Donald Trump, saying that he will be invading Nigeria terrorists. But in the eastern part of Nigeria, the Christians there are also holding a float, thanking and praising Donald Trump for saying that he will be trashing Islamic terrorists in Nigeria. But still in the northern part, there is an alleged video saying that youth corpers in Nigeria are training hard to fight and resist Trump if he dares go to Nigeria. But this security personnel, ex-security personnel, alleged, is also threatening Donald Trump that if he dares come to Nigeria, in fact, trained mosquitoes are going to fight the military, give them malaria, and wipe them off.
Mr. Donald Trump, let you be aware that Nigeria is not Vietnam. Nigeria is not Afghanistan. Nigeria is not Iraq. Nigeria is not Iran. Nigeria is not Venezuela. If you attempt to encourage and make aggression and send your armed forces to Nigeria to wage war, is an unscrupulousness. But be aware that our mosquitoes, they are waiting for your soldiers to bite them and infect them with malaria fever to die instantly. And more so, I heard last minute that Lieutenant General Chuai Danjuma made a blatant falsified allegation against the Nigerian armed forces.
This video is going to be an interesting to watch video. If today's the first time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and follow us on all our social media handles on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Threads at KwekuAfrica Media. Subscribe, like, I'll be dropping some interesting update right there. My name is KwekuAfrica. Let's start the breakdown.
If you've enjoyed this video so far, please do me a huge favor and hit the like button and subscribe. These videos take quite a long time to make, so if you could help me out, I'll love you forever. Thank you all for your support. Now let's get back to this crazy story.
Now, this is the penultimate number and it's number 2. At number 2, I present to you KwekuAfrica. Wow! This guy has a thunderous voice. Like, when he speaks, you wanna listen. I've been able to watch a couple of his videos and I sincerely will tell you that he makes great impression in whatever content he's going to present. Thank you so much, Mr. Kweku. Keep up the good work.
Now, it's interesting on the recent development in Nigeria because the Shiite members in northern Nigeria, Kano State to be specific, who are the Islamic movement, are protesting. For them, they despise that Donald Trump is coming to trash down and attack Islamic terrorists who are allegedly unaliving Christians in Nigeria. And these guys in their thousands went for a walk in Kano State. Take a look. Now, the members were made up of different ethnicity and different Islamic sects in Nigeria, all together thronged the street of Kano State protesting. So these people dismissed the assertion that, Islamic terrorists are unaliving Christians in Nigeria. And some of them, carried the flag of Donald Trump and the flag of America, some burning them, and some displaying effigies of the US President Donald Trump. That's interesting, right? So I saw VDM made a post. Now, VDM said that, sad, thousands of Northerners hit the street of Kano State protesting against Donald Trump comment on attack Islamist terrorists, blah, blah, blah. And he says, these people have never protested against the unalivement going on in the north. Muslims and Christians are being slaughtered by these terrorists on daily, but these people kept silent, but suddenly found a voice when the US threatened to unalive Islamic terrorists in Nigeria. Maybe the terrorists are their brothers, because why are you protecting them? And that was a post very dark man put out there. Now, during the protests, one man who identified himself as an ex-security man had this to say to Donald Trump, and is so interested.
Mr. Donald Trump, let you be aware that Nigeria is not Vietnam. Nigeria is not Afghanistan. Nigeria is not Iraq. Nigeria is not Iran. Nigeria is not Venezuela. If you attempt to encourage and make aggression and send your armed forces to Nigeria to wage war, is an unscrupulousness. But be aware that our mosquitoes, they are waiting for your soldiers to bite them and infect them with malaria fever to die instantly. And more so, I heard last minute that Lieutenant General Chuai Danjuma made a blatant falsified allegation against the Nigerian armed forces. He stated that Nigerian armed forces, they are conniving, conspiring, collaborating with bandits, which is a blatant falsified lie. Chuai Danjuma, be warned. I know you very well since Murtala Mohammed administration. Before you become a madman, you are sensible. You are the chief of army staff in Nigeria. But for you to accuse our armed forces, more especially the soldiers and our security agencies, for conniving and working together with bandits, is a blatant falsified lies. And if you are among the people that are instigating United States of America to come and wage war at Nigeria, black people armed forces, they are gallant. They can fight you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Comrade Muhammad Ali Ringim, an ex-security expert. Securing lives and properties is my area of specialization. I want to see this very moment to call upon His Excellency the United States of American President Mr. Donald Trump, my good friend, to please be aware that Nigeria, we are not suffering from religiosism, tribalism. We are not persecuting Christians. We are always living together with Christians and Buddhists, Sikhs, Hindus, Taos, Baos, Confucians, Buddhists, Rastas, Satanists, and Shantos. All these religious denominations, if they may be at Nigeria, we are living peaceably with them because we are suffering from humanitarianism. Mr. Donald Trump, let you be aware that Nigeria is not Vietnam. Nigeria is not Afghanistan. Nigeria is not Iraq. Nigeria is not Iran. Nigeria is not Venezuela. If you attempt to encourage and make aggression and send your armed forces to Nigeria to wage war, is an unscrupulousness. But be aware that our mosquitoes, they are waiting for your soldiers to bite them and infect them with malaria fever to die instantly. And more so, I heard last minute that Lieutenant General Danjuma made a blatant falsified allegation against the Nigerian armed forces. He stated that Nigerian armed forces, they are conniving, conspiring, collaborating with bandits, which is a blatant falsified lie. Danjuma, be warned. I know you very well since Mursala Mohammed administration. Before you become a madman, you are sensible. You are the chief of army staff in Nigeria. But for you to accuse our armed forces, more especially the soldiers and our security agencies, for conniving and working together with bandits, is a blatant falsified lies. And if you are among the people that are instigating United States of America to come and wage war at Nigeria, black people armed forces, they are gallant. They can fight you.
Thank you. But I found a video which says that the youth corps in Nigeria are now training so hard because they are not going to spare the American soldiers if they dare step foot in Nigeria. So the people who protested, were under the able leadership. So these people were Islamic movement in Nigeria who were under the distinguished leadership of His Eminence Sheikh Ibrahim Yakub El Zakzaki H. And these people condemned the alleged plan by US President Donald Trump to launch military action against Nigeria over what he called Christian genocide. Now, during the protests, the protesters described the move as a criminal and baseless act aimed at undermining Nigeria's sovereignty. According to them, there is no justification for any foreign interference in Nigeria under the guise of religion. The protesters said, now, the followers of Sheikh Zakzaki urged Nigerians to reject divisive narratives and remain united in safeguarding the nation's peace and independence. So that's what the Islamic group put across. But interestingly, when you go to the eastern side of Nigeria, the Eastern Christians are also having a float, praising and carrying pictures of the American flag, Donald Trump, and praising him for saving Christianity in Nigeria. That is such a division, right?
Christianity is facing an existential threat. Nigeria, thousands of Christians have been killed. Millions of Muslims I'm hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern. Christians were innocent Nigeria 100 versus 1,476 worldwide.
Now, my take on the whole matter is so fascinating that an Islamic community will stand up and come and, prevent Donald Trump for coming to attack terrorists, Islamic terrorists. Because take it or leave it, almost all terrorist groups are associated to Islam. In fact, not all Muslims are terrorists, but almost all terrorist groups are associated to Islam. And I don't get where that narrative comes from, but it is what it is. That is what is coming. But it is also interesting that you have, a country so divided to the extent that in such trying times, the country is divided into two. Into Islamists who are defending the stance and Christianity who are also against the motion. It's so weird. For once, Nigerians need to come together and take a common decision on where you are going. If indeed there are people who are unalived in the northern Nigeria, whether Christians or Muslims, you people need to speak against it. If indeed. And right now, the narrative out there is that, of course, people have been alive, but these people are Muslims. I don't think that narrative should be carried across. If people are unalived, whether they are Christians or they are Muslims, you people should have a common voice and speak against it. We shouldn't have Muslims fighting against the motion because they think that, the unalivement is not only Christians and that it is both Christians and Muslims. If truly there is, then you people should all speak against it, devoid of your ethnicity, devoid of your religion, whether you are a Christian or a Muslim. If this is going on, you should speak against it. That should be the voice that Nigeria should carry. You shouldn't have a voice where a part are saying, no, Trump, don't come because it is not only Christians. What are you doing, Nigeria? Nigeria, you are the giant of Africa, for God's sake. Let us see your manliness. Let us see that you are the giant of Africa. Come together in unison and come with a common voice instead of this disintegrated voice, getting people confused on what to believe and what not to believe. Well, that's my observation. My name is KwekuAfrica. If today is your first time watching my channel, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share the video, and leave your comment. Who do you support? Do you support the Islamics or do you support the Christians? Now, what is the narrative? Is there really an unalivement in Nigeria or is not true? Who do you support? Leave your comment in the comment section. It's a wrap for today.